The extra day was certainly very welcome, and I hope that you all managed to get out of it, as always, what you needed to get out of the extra day. I know that this half term is incredibly short, and you still have as many things to cram into it as it would be a 7 or 8 week half term as well. So I do hope everything's going well. We've just got some short updates for you today from School Effectiveness, just to give you some updates there on things that are coming up over the next few weeks. And then, as always, we have our colleague Carl here to give safeguarding updates as well. So there we are. So what we'll do is we'll give our school effectiveness updates first of all, and then we'll hand over to Carl. As always, please do put any questions in the chat as and when they arise as well. So item number 1 on the agenda today is obviously Ofsteds have come in today for the local authority for Warwickshire. So we have got 2 in Nuneaton and Bedworth and 1 in Rugby. So as always, our thoughts and best wishes to colleagues there as well. We really hope that they go well. Item number 2 today is just a quick update on Schools Forum membership and the nominations for those. So there are vacancies in the Schools Forum for membership for the next year. We still have some vacancies, so I just want to run through those as well. I know we've got a good range of colleagues here, but obviously if you could pass on to any interested colleagues, that would be much appreciated as well. So we have at the moment 5 vacancies for primary maintained schools on the Schools Forum, and we've had 5 nominations for that already. There's 1 vacancy for secondary maintained schools, and we've had a nomination for that, so thank you. And again, 4 vacancies for primary academies, and we've had 4 nominations for that. 7 vacancies for secondary academies and only 2 nominations received for those. So we're looking for 5 more nominations for secondary academies. And again, secondary colleagues in the room, please do pass on that message. 1 vacancy for special schools maintained, and we've had no nominations received for those either. So again, any special colleagues in the room, please do circulate that message. And again, 1 vacancy for a special school academy, and again, we've had no nominations there. So we still need those 2 vacancies there for special school maintained and special school academy, and secondary school maintained as well. Sorry, for secondary academies. We've also got 1 vacancy for maintained nursery school, and we've had 1 nomination for that as well. So we're very nearly there, colleagues. So if you could spread the word, that would be much appreciated. Thank you. Item number 3 on the agenda is a reminder that the head teacher induction course is due to roll out in September this year for our new cohort of head teachers joining Warwickshire. Information will come out on that very shortly. It's a comprehensive induction for new head teachers. It incorporates who's who in Warwickshire, guide to schools finance, coaching and having difficult conversations, safeguarding, assessment and moderation, all the WES services that are on offer, and of course governance. But the real attraction to the course is that opportunity to network with other colleagues who are new to post as well. And I know past cohorts, I've done it for the last 3 years, have really benefited from that networking opportunity and the support that comes from within that as well. So please do look out for that information coming out. That will go to all chairs of governors and heads' email addresses that are current as well. So thank you, colleagues. Item number 3 then is about head teacher recruitment pack. So Amanda Gardner in Governor Services has created a really comprehensive recruitment pack to support governing bodies, and that's going to come out to all chairs of governors and vice chairs of governors this half term. I've had a good look over it. I've worked closely with Amanda, and every question, scenario, scenario, possible interview questions, and suggestions for tasks are all included in the pack as well. So it really is a fail-safe guide for governors as well. It is incredibly comprehensive, so huge thanks to Governor Services and Amanda for putting that together, but it really will be a useful step-by-step guide for governors as well. I'd say particularly useful for new chairs and governors new to role as well. It will be really good to enhance their knowledge and understanding further. So do look out for that, and thanks again to Amanda. Item number 4 then, as we know, SATS week is coming up imminently, and yeah, every time I think about it, I keep thinking about all the times I incorrectly sealed the SAPS bags going back at the end of each day. So I do empathise fully with what colleagues will be experiencing next week as well. As if it isn't stressful enough, we do know that monitoring visits will take place and they are mandatory. But with that comes the caveat that those monitoring visits are supposed to be supportive and to help you in the process as well. And I know the assessment and moderation team work really hard to make sure that the week is as stress-free as can possibly be. So again, thank you to Helen, Elaine and Emma for all of the work that they've done in preparation, and indeed that they will be available next week as well to deal with any queries that you've got. So please don't hesitate to contact them. Moderation visits, we can't let you know, unfortunately, who's going to be in receipt of those. But again, thank you in advance. I know when I've undertaken them previously, I've always been made to feel extremely welcome, and we do all try to make the process as easy for you as possible. So again, just a reminder, and thanks to Helen, Elaine and Emma, and know that they will be available at the end of the phone or an email next week as well. Then last but not least, a very quick update from School Effectiveness. We're actually recruiting just a very short-term temporary member of staff called Debonair Brown, and Debonair is going to be joining us for the equivalent of about 10 to 15 working days, and that is to just increase capacity within our team at the moment. Hopefully it should free up Leah more to undertake some of the work that she needs to undertake, and therefore that will support other colleagues in the school effectiveness team as well. So if Debonair is involved in your school in any way, we will make sure that we make contact and introduce you beforehand as well. So we're really looking forward to welcoming Debonair, if only for a very short period of time, but hopefully the impact on the team will be far-reaching as well. So we'll be in touch if Debonair will be in contact with any of you at any time. So that completes the updates from School Effectiveness team. I'm going to hand over now to Carl for updates from safeguarding. So thank you, Carl.
Thanks, Darren. Can I just echo what you said about SATs and wish you all the best, everybody, with Key Stage 2 SATs, Key Stage 1 and so on. So all the best to everybody. So I've put some things in the chat already. You may be aware that there was something on Martin's Law that I was promoting, which has now become law. I don't want people to panic about that because it really it impacts on larger organisations, over 200 people. However, it will have an impact, but not just yet. There's some fact sheets that I gained from the session I went to in the chat there for you. Take a look at those and we'll set something up for you at a later date. The main thing I want to draw your attention to in the chat is our next network session. We know that domestic abuse has a massive impact on parents, families, children, huge impact on children, on staff as well. And that awareness is really critical. I sit on something called DARDAs or DHRs, domestic homicide reviews, where sadly, people die as a result of domestic abuse on extreme level, and it happens more than we would like it to happen. So awareness of domestic abuse is really important. So there's 2 sessions now. We're going from 2 sessions per month this month, because we're also laying on a session on after the program Adolescence, which I know it generated a lot of conversation. And so on one hand, we wanted to talk about girls and women and, the studies that's gone out on, the highest level of girls and women feeling unsafe on the Fisher Family Trust information. I can share that at the session. On the other hand, boys are also feeling really insecure. And if you've seen that program, Adolescence, you'll understand there's a huge, just vast amount of information like emojis, uh, words, phrases, just a massive amount of stuff to be aware of before you even start dealing with that subject of male self-confidence, male identity, and all of that. So we're doing a session. We've got a really brilliant speaker who is the equivalent of Jeff Thomas from Dudley, but he specializes in this area. And so those two sessions are on the 22nd at 8 till 9 and 3:30 or 4:30. I do appreciate the Vorg one next week may impact on some of you being SATS week, but there is the after school one as well. So please do try and get at least one person from your school to those. I'm not sure if we've got any secondaries on here, but Loudmouth have got something for year sevens, which is sponsored, and there are still gaps before the end of May. Bully for You is actually all about online safety, homophobia, misogyny, bullying. So if there are any secondaries on there or specials, you may be able to take advantage of that. So, yep, our main sessions then are next week on the 13th and on the 22nd. Hope to see you there. Thanks, Darren.
Thank you, Carl. That's really useful updates as always. Lots of information there in the chat as well too, colleagues. So thank you. Okay, colleagues. Well, all that remains to say is to have a really good rest of the week, everybody, and thank you all for your attendance today. A short but sweet update, but I'm sure you've all got plenty to be doing. So thank you so much for your time. It's really good to see you. And as always, we will keep school effectiveness and WCC colleagues on the phone in case there's any queries at the end of this call. So thank you, everyone, and have a good rest of the week.